This technology is becoming more popular and easier for farmers, and in this video, you will find out why. Imagine hundreds of cattle grazing across a massive open landscape. No fences, no wire, no wooden posts, no electric barriers, nothing physical anywhere in sight separating them from the rest of the world. The farmer is at home, phone in hand, drawing a line on a map with his finger, and the herd stays exactly where that line says they should stay. No fence, just a line on a screen, and it works. Two companies are leading this right now, Norwegian firm No Fence and Gallagher's eShepherd system. Different names, different products, same core idea, and both already being used on real farms across multiple continents. Every animal wears a collar, not heavy, not uncomfortable, a lightweight device with a GPS transmitter, a cellular antenna, and a small solar panel on top that keeps it charged as long as the animal is outside, which cattle always are. The animal powers its own containment system just by grazing in daylight. Here's what happens when a cow approaches the invisible boundary. The collar plays a sound, a tone that gets higher in frequency the closer she gets to the line. That's it, just a sound. Animals learn this faster than you'd expect. Within days, most of them turn around at the audio alone. The sound means go back. They figure it out, and they remember it. If a cow ignores the sound and keeps walking anyway, a mild pulse, weaker than a traditional electric fence, enough to reinforce the message. She turns around. Sound, then pulse. A boundary that exists only in software, enforced by a device that weighs less than a kilogram hanging around her neck. So why are farmers switching to this so fast? The first reason is obvious. Physical fencing across large areas is expensive. Kilometers of wire and wooden posts across rough, uneven terrain, constantly breaking, constantly needing repair, constantly costing money. That's just the reality of traditional livestock farming. Virtual fencing removes most of that cost entirely, but there's something less obvious that's actually more important. Traditional fences don't just keep cattle in, they keep everything else out too. Deer, wolves, migratory animals. A physical barrier stops all of them, regardless of whether you wanted it to. The wildlife loses access to land it used to move through freely. Virtual fencing doesn't do that. The collar only responds to the animal wearing it. Everything else moves through the same land without any obstruction at all. The boundary is invisible to anything that isn't carrying the device. Then there's rotational grazing. The idea is simple. Move the herd to a different zone every few days. Let the grass in the previous zone recover fully before bringing them back. It's better for the grass, better for the soil, better for long-term pasture productivity. Farmers have known this for decades. The problem with traditional fencing is that rotational grazing means physically moving barriers constantly, pulling posts, rolling wire, setting it all up again somewhere else. It's exhausting, and most farmers don't do it as often as they should because of that. With virtual fencing, the farmer opens the app and redraws the boundary. 30 seconds. The herd moves to the new zone automatically because the boundary moved. The grass in the old zone starts recovering immediately. And the collar does one more thing. It tracks movement continuously. If a cow stops moving, really stops for hours, in a way that doesn't match her normal pattern, the farmer gets an alert. Something is wrong with that animal. Go check her. Early enough to actually make a difference. Illness detection, location tracking, boundary management, rotational grazing, all from one device the cow barely notices she's wearing. The future of farming isn't only robots in fields. It's not only sensors in soil or drones in the air. It's the complete digitization of how animals are managed, where they go, what they eat, how they're doing, all visible on a phone, all adjustable in seconds from anywhere. Virtual fencing gives farmers a level of control that simply wasn't possible before, and it gives the landscape something back at the same time. Is it humane? Is it the right direction? Genuinely curious what you think. Drop it in the comments. Subscribe for more AgroFuture. See you in the next one.